A long, long time ago, in a far, far away place called Blackistan, there were wars, and these conflicts were called the Blackistan Wars. And throughout these wars, there arose a man of royal lineage, and his name was BenjaminDeSouza. He brought forth a sword that will shine light in darkness, free the captive minds, and bring truth and justice. His eyes glimmered like ember. His skin was like fine burnished steel, and as he walked, behind him he left a glistening wake. This is the story of BenjaminDeSouza, the Prince and the Warlord. What's happening? It's BenjaminDeSouza here, the Prince, back with another classic. Yeah, man, I had to switch my my opening intro up, man. I'm hearing a lot of motherfuckers use my shit and use my cadence. So I was like, all right, man, y'all can have that style. That's my old style. I'm gonna switch the cadence up on you motherfuckers, man. But anyway, it's Monday. I'm on I-40, headed to Russellville, Arkansas to pick up this load, take it to Salt Lake City and shit. But yeah, Sunday was very eventful. Had the Sunday Rumble, and also the breakdown on woman's perspective. Shout out to Concrete Rose and Sister George. They were talking about, Black Love Part 2, and I wanted to chime in on that. I really wanted to get on both the Rumble and the breakdown, but certain things was happening and shit. I dropped this load off in Memphis, and I was passing through the same town where my mother grew up. My grandmother was there, my aunties and cousins and uncles was there, so I stopped there to see the fam, man, before I hop back on the road to go pick this load up. So I was listening to the breakdown on I was on my way. I was leaving the city because my folks stay out there in the country. So I was leaving the town, turned it on, and I'm on my way back to the country, and I was listening to it. And my uncle was gonna meet me out there in the country so I could park my rig and then go and talk to my grandmother and shit. So I couldn't hop on like I wanted to because, I had to chop it up with my Grammy. But yeah, there was a few things that was brought up about what is love, and I believe the brother David Monroe, I was another brother on there, I think it was Art. It was either Art or David Monroe. They kind of hit on it. And what love is to me, and I'll just give my spin on it. What love is to me is loyalty and sacrifice. Now, one of the brothers, I believe his name was Art, he was saying that a lot of females, most notably black females today, they're infatuated with the romance part of love. They equate romance with actual love, and we can put that another way to say that, they're moved by what gets the pussy wet, or, they're infatuated with the BJC or whatever you want to call it. They equate those things attributed to romance as actual love. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it's a fool's errand. You know what I mean? And if you go about establishing and maintaining relationships built on that premise, you most definitely will play the fool. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had several women in my life whom the romance part was over 9,000, you feel me? On both parts, you know what I mean? Like, shit, we was both knocking each other's socks off, But there was no actual love there, because how I define love is loyalty and sacrifice. You know what I mean? So there cannot be black love without loyalty and sacrifice. So if you're not loyal to the person whom you're in a relationship with, obviously that it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be, how you say, you're not gonna garner any trust. You know, and if a brother in particular, just speaking for myself, if I can't trust you, if it's already a foregone conclusion that you're gonna be on some sneaky shit or you're gonna be on some snake shit, I can't trust you. I can't trust you in my kitchen, and I damn sure can't trust you in my bed. You feel me? So that's first and foremost. You have to be loyal to me. You know? Because what I look like getting with a disloyal broad, and, you know, is as the old adage go, you know, if you cheat, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll lie. If you lie, you'll kill. So if you're going to cheat me out of my reality, because that's what you're trying to do. When you're being deceptive and you're being underhanded, you're trying to cheat me out of my reality. When you're trying to cheat me that way, as a female, I can then, with some level of accuracy, deduce that if I get into a long-term relationship with you, you're gonna have another dick in your hand, and you're gonna discard me for that other dick. Especially, put it like this, let's say I marry a chick and she's disloyal, you feel me? We get a state sanctioned marriage, we get in life insurance policies and shit, we get mortgages and car payments, and we get investments and shit together, right? She's disloyal, and on top of that, she's over infatuated with the romance side of love, if you will. So she gets with some derelict, some side nigga who really sparks her interest as far as it goes on the romance side. But she like, damn, I'm married to this nigga Benjamin. I don't know how to break it to him. You know, if I divorce him, you know, he gonna fight for at least half of the shit. So let me watch some daytime television on how to get away with murder. Let me see if I can set his ass up to get wet. If I can set him up to get wet up, so I can go ahead and collect on his life insurance policy, and it won't be no motherfucking fight in court over the assets and shit. Then me and my new nigga, we can live happily ever after. You know? Now, I'm not saying that every female or every person who's a cheater will go to that extent, but one would have to deduce that, yeah, if you'll cheat, you'll kill. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be hitched to a cheater like that. You feel me? You're not gonna be cheating on me and then fucking oh baby, let me cook you dinner. You feel me? What's that one meme that was on social media? It was that clip of Idris Elba eating that spicy chicken wing and shit, and the caption reads, you know, when she cook you dinner, and then all of a sudden your best friend walk in, and you realize that she poisoned you, and now your best friend is about to take your wife, type of shit. Like, nah, bitch, you're not about to cook me a lavish meal. Put some cyanide in that shit and make me take a long nap, so you can go take what I put my blood, sweat, and tears into building over the years, all these assets and estate and shit, for you to take all that and give it to another nigga. You got me fucked up. Au revoir, madame. Au revoir. Carry your skunt. So yeah, man, loyalty and sacrifice, man, that's a major key. That's a major key, man. You know? Now the sacrifice part comes in. Think of it like this, right? And I've heard Game Changer speak on this, and he put it very well. He said he doesn't mind, and I myself, I don't mind either. Well, let me speak for myself. But Game Changer said this. You know, I don't mind if I'm married to a chick, let's say 5, 10, 15 years, and let's say on the front end, her body was banging. She was, 36, 24, 36. And she bore me like 2 or 3 children. And then on the back end, let's say we 15 years in, she starts to pick up a few pounds. The stretch marks become more and more pronounced. You know what I mean? She starts to get a little double chin action going on. You know what I mean? Little crow's feet start coming in. I'm still gonna rock with her. I'm gonna sacrifice my carnal desire to get with a PYT because of the loyalty that my wife displayed to me. That's where the sacrifice comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, babe, like we got together in our early to mid 20s and shit, and I was, my swag juice was over 9,000 and shit, you feel me? Like, and I was built and ripped and cut and had a full head of hair, thick, luxurious hair and shit. Now we in our latter 30s, early 40s and shit. I'm in a fucking, I'm starting to get the dad bod coming on and shit. Starting to get a beer belly and shit. You feel me? Hairline starting to retreat a little bit. Are you still gonna sacrifice and be with me because I've been loyal to you for over the years? That's a major key, man. Major key. And what we have today in Blackistan, like I've said before, we have a finesse culture, a huckster culture, if you will, a jive ass turkey culture. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody, they think they can pull a shout out to Babatunde, but they think they can pull a city shuffle. They think they can pull a Kansas City shuffle and just shuck and jive their way out of every situation. It's like, nah, man, you can't fast talk your way out of a tight spot. You know what I mean? Just be on the up and up. Be square with the person whom you're dealing with. So that way, you give that person an honest opportunity to either choose to be with you or not. You know what I mean? Because what we have is, on both sides, you got both men and women who are trying to leverage whatever means they can to keep the other party stuck with them, to make sure that the other party stays with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like some females use a keep a nigga baby, and then as soon as they're coming with the approach, okay, I know I ain't shit, but so, and this nigga hitting on something, so let me get knocked up by him, get a keep a nigga baby, then I'll be able to act and conduct myself however I want to, and he just has to deal with it because I'm the mother of his child, so he's got to deal with me. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these derelict, jive-ass turkey Negroes who says, man, shorty look good, man, and I'm nothing but a struggle mixtape rapper that's selling nickel bags of Reggie and shit. I ain't hitting on shit. You know, she's so beautiful that if another brother comes along who is hitting on something, whether he's white collar or blue collar, he definitely gonna swoop her up, and she very well so may leave me. So let me knock her up, strap her down with a baby or two. That way the baby will be a deterrent to other males from gaining access to her. While simultaneously now, I will always keep her in my purview because I'm the father of her child. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock her up, you know, make her one of my concubines in my harem. And now I got 2 or 3 other baby mamas on the other side of town. So now I can just vacillate in between the 3, 4, 5 baby mamas that I got. So if one ain't acting right, I can go to the other one. And I got an excuse to fuck with them all because they all have, they are all mothers of my children. You know what I mean? Like that's a very insecure, petty, fucking way of dating and mating. You know what I'm saying? And that is where a lot of the resentment comes into play. You know? Like, bitch, don't try to make me do something that I clearly do not want to do. You know? Don't fucking undermine me from ascending up the corporate ladder and making as much money as I possibly can and gaining as much education and skills as I can, because you feel insecure that if I do start that business, or if I do get that bachelor's degree, if I do get that certification, if I do start making in the high, you know, mid 6-figure ranges, that I'm gonna leave you for another bitch. No. What you need to do is take a hard, long look in the mirror with your insecure ass and how you say, implement some self-improvement. That's what the fuck you need to do. You know, don't sit up here and try to twist my arm and make me stay with you, bitch. Hell. You raise your motherfucking stock up to mine and give me a reason to stay. Yeah. You know, if I could just talk about this slavery narrative, if you will, it's akin to, let's say, how they allegedly cut off a slave's foot. There was a runaway slave, so they cut off one of his feet, cut off a foot, so it'd be harder for him to leave. And then, you know, if he still tried to run away again, you know, hobble away and shit, they'll put like a fucking bell around his neck so you'll hear him moving and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what these type of insecure people do when they engage in that sort of tactic in dating and mating. Whether it's a female trying to do a keep a nigga baby, or whether it's a dude trying to saddle a chick down with a baby. You know? And as far as the leverage that these women know they have with these state-sanctioned marriages and shit, they know they got that shit. They know as soon as them papers are signed, they know all of the power essentially shifts over to them. And if you're saddled down with the carnal type of woman, man, she can very well so use that as a weapon. You know, that's why the divorce rates are so high, and the demographic who's filing for the divorce are overwhelmingly women, like 8 out of 10, bro. When we say 80%, I don't think motherfuckers quite wrap their mind around that shit. Like, you mean to tell me out of 10 divorces, 8 8 of the party involved who files for divorce is the woman. That's crazy. That's fucking DEFCON 5. That's like threat level Scarlet. You know what I'm saying? That's not threat level red, nigga. That's threat level Scarlet, nigga. That's threat level Burgundy. Fuck out of here. And men are not walking into that meat grinder like that, you know. And Complex Design talked about, you know, vetting and getting to know each other and trust and whatnot. Listen, we're all adults here. We are all adults here. We know right from wrong. Me personally, I'm not against what he's saying about, you know, an extended vetting process and whatnot. And I do agree that a level of vetting is absolutely necessary. Vetting is a major key. But I don't have time to scrutinize a bitch for 7, 8, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to put 10 years of just watching you to see if you gonna do right for me to finally fucking pull the trigger and marry your ass. You need to be immediately from jump qualifying yourself. The burden is on you, bitch. Show your work. If you want me to have the burden of protecting and providing for you, then the burden of proof that you are qualified for those accoutrements and shit is on you. You got to prove to me. Now, there will be some years in the process of us getting to know each other and shit. But as far as all that bullshit about the little idiosyncrasies and shit, you know, she fucking, I don't know, likes to clip her toenails and shit. She clips her toenails loud and shit. Like, all that shit is inconsequential, man. Like, the little idiosyncrasies and shit of people, if you want to harp on that and use that as an excuse to just blow the fucking relationship up, then you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like if it just chaps your fucking hide that, you know, when y'all go to the cookout, that she doesn't put mustard on her hot dog. She only puts ketchup on it, and you want her to put ketchup and mustard on it. And so you use that as an excuse to be, oh man, fuck this bitch. She gets on my nerves. And you're a piece of shit, man. It's called loyalty and sacrifice. You sacrifice those little idiosyncrasies that may be an annoyance. You sacrifice that for the overall functionality of the relationship. You sacrifice your carnal desire to go creep or leave her for a PYT because she's been loyal to you over the years and put years in the game with you and bore you children. You sacrifice that. Loyalty and sacrifice. Shout out to Chronicles of Judah 144. He's the one where I got that loyalty and sacrifice from. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts on black love. So as long as we are operating under this finesse culture, this side piece culture, this huckster class, this jive ass turkey type of bullshit, then, you know, we'll just continue to have what we do have. But if people can raise their level of consciousness and think about these things from a higher level, then maybe we can get somewhere. Me personally, I'm not about to force nobody. I'm not about to sit up here and twist these broads' arms. Yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, if you want me to, no, I'm gonna tell you what I want. And if that's not what you want, if that's not what you want to do, then that's fine. I'll just find somebody else. Brazil, here I come. Guyana, here I come. Southeast Asia, here I come. You know, I'm not finna sit up here and beg and plead with sisters, man. Get gone. You get right or get gone. Fuck is you talking about? But yeah, that's all I got, man. Get up on that.